The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbb-radio.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our very first episode of Trash Buddiez.
Woo!
Yes. So, this is our podcast, and pretty much it is going to be unfiltered, totally ridiculous rants and conversations from three socially anxious, weird girls.
That like chicken.
Dude. I am Kacie.
I'm Beth.
And I'm Kate.
And pretty much all you could expect from us is random talks about absolutely nothing and everything all at once that have no focus and make no sense and is the embodiment of ADHD in a podcast.
This is ADHD in audio form.
Yes.
Like 100%.
It's video too, okay?
Okay, it is in video form as well. I will say that. But it's mostly just like, yeah.
So we are all 21. We've been friends. Okay, you guys ready for this? We have known each other since about freshman year, so it's been 8 years.
8 years.
We've started freshman year 8 years ago.
I feel old now.
I know.
That's so rude.
Let me put it in this perspective for you two. We graduated in 2020, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's been 4 years. That means we had the high school we went to has cycled through a full group of kids. So we
don't tell me that.
Yeah, because
don't tell me that.
My sister,
tell me that.
right the year after we graduated, she was a freshman, and she's graduating this year.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I don't like it.
I know. Once I realized that, I was like, I gotta tell them right when we start, so they know exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
okay
not
with
good.
that.
I know
not
you're
good.
not. You're
Not
just
good.
gonna cycle through accents the whole time, aren't you?
Probably.
You're gonna go through the 5 stages of grief? 10 stages of grief?
It's the 5 stages of Beth.
The 5 stages of Beth. Yes, exactly.
So I was gonna say, I met you first, Kate.
Yes, you and I met first.
You don't. I still am to this day pissed that you don't remember
Okay.
this, and I will never not be pissed.
Okay. Apparently, it was not.
It wasn't. It was our freshman orientation.
Yes,
And we
it
were
was
in
not
Mrs. S
memorable.
room.
Freshman orientation.
Yeah.
Was I at that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably.
Oh, I was.
But I don't think you were. I don't think
you were not in
remember
our
I
group.
remember because my best friend at the time wouldn't sit with me. I know.
How rude.
bitch.
That was so rude. Anyway.
Anywho, so our mutual friend at the time,
Yes.
because out of the people I talked to in high school, I talked to you two and one other person.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it.
wasn't me.
But our mutual friend at the time, A, was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, hi, Kate. And you just had this look on your face and was like, she is a total bitch.
My plan when starting high school was to drop her as a friend.
Well, she's a lot.
That was my plan. My plan was to stop being friends with her. So when
But it was so funny because she's like, this is Kate. And I was like, she looks like she's ready to bite my head off.
and because you were friends with her, I was like, I don't want anything to do with you. Like, I don't
You
want
were
anything to do with
later.
you whatsoever. I was like, leave me alone. Don't talk to me.
But what was so funny too was like as we went on becoming friends, you were like, okay, she's not like her.
Okay.
So the first time that I remember meeting you, because I don't remember meeting you the first time, was
Rude.
The first class of freshman year. So I was of course, I was anxious because it was the first day of high school ever.
Gosh, gross.
And it was the first class. It was an advanced English class, by the way.
How did we get
How-
into that, by the way?
Sidebar. How the hell did we get into one of those?
I don't know.
Advanced English?
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Right?
That's what I said. Mom's like, they want to put you in advanced English, and I'm like, me?
How?
I know good at this. I know good at this, Mom.
English.
But yeah, so I remember, because she went by, like, alphabetical, like, up the rows,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
around and everything. So, I'm an S, you're a Z. So we kind of got put next to each
Second
other.
last in our graduating year.
And so I found my seat. Mm-hmm. I walked up to it. And you were sitting in your seat already. You had your bag next to
My
you.
big, huge
And
blue backpack.
Yes, and it was in the center aisle.
That
And I'm
shit
like,
was
I gotta get to my fucking seat.
Because I
Move your
refused
shit.
to use my locker because it was in the art wing, so it was nowhere near any of my classes.
Yeah.
Mine was right next to the cafeteria, and I still didn't use it.
I never used mine because I just used my backpack. But anyway,
But
I had,
also,
like, one
you were never
thing in
there.
I was also never there, but that's another story.
I had like
for another
one
time.
thing in my locker, and it was a locker ladder that was empty.
Yes.
I think my locker ladder was in my locker when the school shut down for COVID. Because I did not
Just
touch
never
it.
went back in.
I did not touch it those entire 4 years.
Fair.
I did it at orientation and then nothing else.
Now that you say that, I think mine was still in there.
And I think they either like
So whoever guys got your lockers got a free locker.
Pretty much.
either
yeah.
that or it was in like lost and found for somebody.
Yeah, or they chucked it or something.
No, they probably threw it out.
Probably.
If it was in good enough condition, they probably kept it.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Here, pay $78 for this, okay? It was
it's
free.
used.
was free,
It's
it was in the
used and it's
locker.
$50.
But now it's $60.70.
Anywho.
So, yeah. And I remember looking at you and being like, she looks like a fucking bitch.
That
That's
bitch.
just my face.
Like, you looked, first of all, you did not want to be there.
Oh, no, I didn't.
I remember you were going through your bag, you looked up at me like,
Hello.
what the fuck you want, ho?
motherfucker.
Like, that was what you looked like. And I was
love
like,
how
okay, this bitch. I sat down in my seat and I kept looking at her like, she's a fucking
I
like,
love how that was what you thought I was thinking, and that has become a normal greeting for us now. I've just been like, what's up, ho?
what's up, bitch? But yeah, so that was the thought. Right?
Oh, it was
and,
beautiful.
And then I think somehow, so we had every single class together except for like one, because I
Pretty
had an
much.
art class and you didn't.
Oh, yeah, no, fuck
So
art.
we had every class
I
together.
can't do art.
And so it was like forced camaraderie.
Pretty much.
I feel like we were kind of forced to become friends because I was friends with that one girl, and she would not let me free from her grasp.
Guess we're not
So I had to stay.
We'll have to tell that
I
story.
was just,
That's beautiful.
I was just thinking that.
And so she would not let me from her grasp, and I was like, well, I guess we're friends.
I guess
now.
we're friends now.
Guess we're not
I'm
friends anymore.
I'm surprised we're still friends, because the first time I went over to your house, you're like, here's this Panic at the Disco video where they're like trying to sacrifice a child or something.
That is so Kate. It's
Right?
ridiculous.
It was
That
the
is-
music
I
video
can't even-
for.
I can't even.
It was one of the songs. I don't know.
That's
All I know is
ridiculous.
the
Oh,
main
what
guy
one
was dressed
was
up
it?
as a demon.
Yes, it was the one with Noah Schnapp from Stranger Things.
If you say so. All I remember
shit.
is they were
Yeah.
like, there was a bunch of witches and they were trying to sacrifice a child, and I was like, what did I get myself into
I
with
don't
being
think I
friends
ever
with this
really
chick?
watched any videos from Panic at the Disco.
I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it.
Listen, I was emo. I still
Was?
kind of am.
Were emo? Okay, let's backtrack here.
I still kind of am.
No,
okay?
Kind
there's
of.
no kind of.
There's
in
no
this.
kind of.
There's no
It's
kinda, it's just-
ridiculous.
I am. I am emo. Say it. I am emo.
Accept it.
I am
That
an
is-
emo kid.
No,
You know,
We're so proud of
that's
you.
how it
Kate.
is.
What I love, though,
I'm seeing
she's
Green
now
Day in
an
concert in
emo
September.
adult.
Like,
She's now an emo adult.
Yes.
I'm now
No
an emo
longer
adult.
kid.
Yes, I've also
Go from the
evolved.
swoop bowl cut
You
to like the
evolved.
normal adult hair, so
Yeah.
it's easier to hide the fact that you're an emo.
I'm using significantly less eyeliner now. I'm not
Yeah,
using as
look at
much
that.
black lipstick. I feel like I've
Fair.
evolved.
Lipstick?
You're an evolved emo.
I used to wear black lipstick all the time.
Oh, yes, I remember.
She used to also
now.
draw the Shadowhunters runes all over
Ah,
herself.
yes, I remember.
Yes.
that. Yes.
See, what I love though is me and you both have distinct memories from when we met, whether or not, you know, which one is true? Who's to say? It's me. Even my mom remembers that being the first time she met you. Okay, so
I remember the first time when I met your mom.
yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Anywho, but me and
What
her have.
happened when you first met her mom?
Nothing happened. I just met her when I went to that sleepover.
Yeah, and she was like, Beth.
Hi, I'm back.
I don't know. My house was the big ones. We always had sleepovers at my house.
No, it was at the hotel. Remember?
Oh, for Kay's birthday.
Yeah.
But the thing is, me and you have very distinct memories of how we met. And I was like, how did I meet Beth? Like, Kay was just like, this is Beth. She's going to sit with us. And I was like, she looks judgy and quiet. And she is the least quiet person I have ever known.
So I think moral of the story for the three of us
If
is
she
that
looks like a bitch,
if she
she's
looks
your
like a
best
bitch,
friend.
she's going to be your best friend. If your first like thought when you look at them is she's a fucking bitch, you're gonna be best friends.
Forever.
Like that's just how it's gonna work.
Like, that's what I thought when I first met Mara. Like, she came into that audition room and was, like, looking around, full Wednesday Addams outfit, because that's what she was using for her audition.
Oh yeah.
And huffed and walked out. I was like, who the fuck is that bitch? Damn. The other reason I didn't like you is because when introduced us, I had, like, seen you around, and most of the people you hung out with, because we had, like, our girls fell into, like, 3 categories at our school.
Yeah.
It was, like, the losers, the, like, slutty hoes, popular, and then, like, the, you know, we all are on honor roll all the advanced classes, popular girls. So I thought you were one of those.
Are we gonna forget about the floaters?
And then there were the floaters.
Yeah, but
I
those are
was
like
a
the
floater. No, we're not gonna just skip over the floater thing. I was a floater.
But there were the three main
The
categories,
three main ones
and
were
then there were the
nobody's-
floaters in between.
We're not skipping over the floaters. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
okay,
All
sorry.
right, shout out to all the floaters out there.
Yes. Okay.
Floaters is me. I am a floater.
Well, shout out to you,
Loud and
Beth.
proud.
I was friends with the gay kids, the popular kids, the losers, the geeks.
You
the
say friends with the
stoners,
gay friends
the
like you weren't
stoners,
one of the
might
gay
I add.
friends.
You were the gay friend.
I
were
didn't
the
know at the time.
Can we talk about the two when we were talking to A? You remember this, and you and A were fighting because you were
God.
like, you can't have a gaydar if you're
you're
straight.
not-
I'm
you're not
just saying you can't.
And I was like, well, I'm the exception. And now looking back, I'm like, oh no, I wasn't the exception. I just didn't know.
No, listen, A.
Oh yes, hold on.
Remember?
That is an important thing. If you have an issue with the LGBTQ community and you don't like the woke generation, this
Peace out.
podcast is not for you. You need to leave.
We're all queer.
Bye.
We all have ADHD and
Bye.
possibly autism
We're definitely on the spectrum.
in some way.
I have undiagnosed ADHD. but
I'm
that's
working
besides
on it.
the
I'm working on getting it diagnosed because I need to figure this out. Falling apart here, guys.
I feel like we're all on like the three main spectrums: the gender spectrum, the sexuality spectrum, and the autism spectrum. I feel like we're all basically on.
Me? No. Just not dress super gay right now. What are you talking about?
Doris and I look
Like
like us
Chandler.
just came from work. That's it.
I mean, fair. But, okay, but can we talk about then how me
Let's
and you
talk about
became like best friends? You know this. We talked about this on the car ride here.
Oh,
We had gym class together.
Yes.
There you go.
This is the best
I don't
story
think
you're
I was
ever gonna
listening
hear.
when you were talking about that. So
Well,
please
you,
tell.
I'm sure you've heard this
Please
story.
tell.
You've heard this story.
So
before.
it was our freshman
Have I
year.
though?
Probably.
Probably.
You've probably heard all of our stories 80 times because of the ADHD. But anyways, we had gym together. And Kate's gym teacher knew very well that Kate can't run because when Kate runs, her one knee locks up.
Yeah,
And she is fucked.
really
And we
bad
were on the
joints.
track. And the track is not necessarily close to the school itself. It's a bit of a walk to get to the track. And so it was either
Is it quarter of a mile around the track?
I think it's a third of a mile. You have to do it 3 times to get to a mile.
Yeah,
I
something
thought it
like
was
that.
4.
But the point is, it's
Point
not
is,
about, it's
not
not
the
about the track, it's about the distance from the track to the school.
Yes.
But her gym
So
teacher knew.
sassy.
You say this like we haven't known each other for 8 years.
Again, I forgot about the 8 years part. I just think
It's been like
kind
one
of,
long
I
waking
just
nightmare.
think it's kind of rude for you to keep bringing that up. Because
I feel
it's
really
making me feel old.
invalidated. I'm sorry. I will stop. I'm
Speaking of old, do you realize that songs from 2005 are old now?
Yes.
They're
They're
considered
like
classics.
classics.
They're classics because they're
It's
over.
like listen
they're
to
20
this
years old.
vintage song. Like,
I am-
shut up, you literal fetus.
It's fucking Daft
I'm
Punk
really
or
not
something.
okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm not okay.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, I was listening to I can't remember a
To,
song name.
to what is now called vintage Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Back in my day, that was new. Anywho.
Yeah.
Fucking
Katy Perry and vintage are not two
God.
words
They're
I
not-
ever thought would be fucking put
They're
together.
going to be synonymous someday.
No, you didn't. No.
Someday they will be, and
Speaking
you know
of
it.
Katy Perry, I was listening to Katy Perry earlier. I was listening to what was I listening to? I can't remember.
You have determined it
I
was
Kissed a
Katy
Girl.
Perry.
I was listening to I Kissed a Girl.
Ah.
Wow.
And I was bopping. I was like,
Oh my god.
That's when you know if you don't want to feel old, never look up when a song came out
Oh my god.
or a
no.
movie. Never do it.
that was the.
Can I finish my story now?
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
This is exactly what I mean by unhinged, unfiltered, and unfocused.
Hold up, I'm
Yes.
gonna go ahead and look something up while you.
All right.
Oh,
you,
God,
You look it
that's-
up while we tell our story.
So, anyways, we're pretty far away from the school to where the track is, and it was either you can play outdoor football or walk the track, and ew.
No, the rule was you had to run the track.
Well,
but-
you had to run the straightaways
Yeah,
and
Toy
jog the
Story
turn.
came out in 1995.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
older than us.
What the fuck? That was my favorite
But also,
movie.
Pixar seems like it should be older than that.
It does.
Because Toy Story is the first one.
Is it?
Is it?
Don't bring up Disney, because then I will spend the whole rest of this podcast talking
Okay,
Disney facts, and
go
we don't
ahead.
need that.
Go ahead.
So you had to
Story.
run the straightaways
And
and jog
jog.
or walk the turns.
Jog the turns, but they never enforced that rule. Especially, I think this was the only time I've ever had them enforce that rule, and I think it was because of you they stopped enforcing that rule.
Yes.
Because the one male gym teacher, total douche, by the way, was like, you girls need to be running the straightaways, and Kate was like, I can't, or else my knee will lock. And
Which one?
I don't remember. What are them?
The one with the hair, the one without the hair.
I think.
Oh, he was a douchebag.
So to be fair, our gym classes worked. There were multiple classes in one gymnasium.
Yeah.
And there were multiple teachers. So the teacher that I was assigned to knew I couldn't run
was like, no,
because
you're
of
right.
my knees.
And knew that even then your knee could still lock up. So when we were like, is it cool if I walk with her? They were like, yes. And I was like,
Yeah, because I had to have a buddy just in case. So then the one gym teacher was like, you have to run.
Came up on the golf cart, not even walking himself.
Came up on the golf cart and was like, you ladies have to run. And I'm like, I can't, or else you're going to have a big issue on your hands.
You remember the story?
Speaking of golf carts, it used to make me so mad because they be all riding along on their golf carts and I be have to walk.
Yeah.
You'd be
that's
like,
how it worked.
I'm walking
That's
4 miles.
that's every
I have to run 4 miles, but wait, let me follow you in my golf cart.
that's every gym teacher. They're all like, yep. You have to do exercise, but we're gonna sit here and do nothing because we're the adults. And it's like, you know what?
Also,
Screw
speaking of the same teacher that you're talking about,
Yeah.
that teacher never gave me 100. Never. I would be doing the same thing, probably more than another
Well,
person.
because you're more athletic.
No,
Let's be
seriously.
honest.
Seriously.
Me and
and
Kate
they
be
were-
like, no.
I think, wasn't I in your gym class once?
1 year, I think, maybe. I
And
don't
I
know.
think you got better grades than I did, even though I was doing more.
I think because I had the girl gym teacher that year. She was
Yeah.
chill. But anyways, he forced us to run. So we did, and you're like, because I know we were running, and you're like, if my knee locks, this is going to be on him, and I'm going to make sure of that.
So I was running for like a minute or two before I'm
didn't
like,
even like get around a full lap.
I was like, okay, I can feel it start to happen. And then I'm like, but I'm going to keep running because he told me to run.
One, because you didn't want to get into a fight with the teacher because you're not confrontational, especially
And
at
two,
that
I'm
point.
fucking petty. If you
Yeah,
tell
you're
me
like-
to do
you're
something
like,
and I know it's not going to go well, I'm still going to fucking do it and rub it in your face. So I did. I was running. And then I'm like, and I told you, I'm like, it's going to happen. And you were like, are you sure? And I was like, yes.
I think I panicked a little bit, too, because I didn't know what to do.
And then it happened. And my leg just went straight. My knee did not bend at all.
Oh, yeah, no. I remember,
And I
was
kind of like tripped a little bit. Did I fall? I think I
no,
fell.
I think you, like, kind of, like, fell down.
But I caught
But
myself.
didn't, like, full face plant. I didn't say this at the time, but, because I was like, I just met this girl, but I was panicking because I was like, she's a little bigger than me, and I have no upper body strength, so what do I do if I have to pick her up? I was like, the bigger issue was the fact that I'm like, I'll pick up my backpack and be like, I'm dying, like, I can't pick up.
You cannot pick up your cat Ricky, which is like 15 pounds without struggling.
Okay, I used to be able to do that. I can from picking him up all the time.
Yes.
But my point was, I was like, oh, what do I do? So I remember your knee locked, and you tried to tell the teacher, and they're like, okay, well, walk it off. And it's like, I physically cannot, like, walk it off.
Like, when that happens...
I'm sorry, can we talk about Rich just over there being like, what the hell's going on? Like, what teacher says that?
Yeah. This is what it looked like.
Yes,
It was
this
like-
is...
Yes, so...
The one knee's bended.
So I can bend my one knee, but I can't bend the other one. And so I'm like...
You look
dragging my fucking leg along because I
like
can't fucking bend it.
like a poor lady.
Pirate!
Yes! Literally with a fucking peg leg!
See, I was thinking more like a lady in like Pioneer times who breaks her leg and they don't know what to do about it. They're like, well, I guess she'll just have to die now.
Yeah, so he told me to walk it off. And I'm like, this is something that you can't just, like, I have to, like, sit down and rest it so that it can, unlock, and then my joint will
like,
actually start to fucking
Let
work
us
again.
hop in your goddamn golf cart.
So, I can't remember if it was this time or a different time. Did they let us in the golf cart that time?
Not that time, no, because I remember you were like, I'm sorry, I need
Yes.
your help.
I was hobbling on you. My arm was around your shoulder. I was hobbling along.
Why does that sound like really dirty for no apparent reason? I was
probably
hobbling on you. I was like, please don't. If somebody tried to hobble on me, I'd be like, don't touch me.
Hobbling does not sound sexual. What kind
is
of...
it just me? But when you say on me, that's
I
the
was
difference.
hobbling on you. No.
Just like
It still
next
doesn't.
to you.
No, it
or
still
with
doesn't.
that's just what okay. Anyways.
So we made our way back to the changing room.
Yes.
The locker rooms. And this is where
They had
the
everyone
fun
that was
starts.
like, gone, changed, and we were still in there because I still had to change, and she had to change. Even if you were wearing sporty clothes, you had to change.
Fun fact, I never changed.
Well, because I'm sorry, Beth, but look at you. You wore the same thing you wore in high school.
You're
That's not true. I'm not wearing shorts right now. I'm just saying.
You are not wearing shorts. Good for you.
I know, it was a little cold this morning. Yeah.
But the point is, even that people wear sweatpants to work out in. So I know, like, I remember I was like, okay, and you're like, we had changed your shirt, and our gym teacher comes in, the lady one, and she's like, you know, the bell's ring, are you good? And so we explained to her, like,
we're dying.
her knee locked and she needs help, and she's like, did you tell him that you couldn't run? And you're like, yes I did. And
he
she was
ignored
like,
me, 'cause
yeah,
he was a piece of shit.
She's like, I got this. I'm gonna write you girls a pass. Take all the time you need. And we're like, oh, thank you.
She probably went to him afterwards. She was like, you fucking
chewed him
out. Oh yeah,
shit.
probably.
Absolutely chewed him out. So, because I could not walk, fundamental thing, when you are putting your pants on and off.
Let's see. We've known each other 2 weeks, maybe at this point.
2 weeks at this point. To put on pants and to take pants off, you have to be able to bend your joints.
Yes, for all you no-knee homies out there, you need to bend joints for
you
normal
need to
people
bend
to put
joints
knees on.
to put pants on and take pants off. And because I could not bend my leg, I was having issues taking my pants off.
You're like, listen, I know this is gonna sound really weird, and we only just knew each other, but you have to change my pants.
You're gonna need to help me take my pants off.
Oh, and your boots, and your combat boots.
So I had to change one of my sneakers into my boots, because, of course, I was an emo kid. I wore combat boots. So, as Kacie wears combat boots right
It's
now.
also called being gay.
It is also called being gay.
I never wore combat boots.
Well, because you're a different brand of gay.
You're a different brand of gay.
Is this your way around saying that I'm a butch lesbian?
Yes.
That's a little
But
rude.
you're like on the lower spectrum of butch
just
lesbian.
kidding.
You're like, is she a butch lesbian or
Is
is
she
she
a-
not?
Oh, is she not?
Okay. Yeah, so having to change my pants. So you had to help me take my pants off and put pants back on.
By pants,
and then
you mean leggings, the only things you ever wore?
Yes, and then fucking Cinderella me with my combat boots.
I remember you actually made that comment. You're like, I feel like
Cinderella.
And I was like, shut the fuck up. We have to get to English. Because I'm pretty sure we'd had English next.
It was social studies.
Ah, okay. If you say so.
Because we had... I
Miss
think it was
L, she was
it was L.
awesome.
Miss L. We love Miss L. But anyway. Yeah, so, after 2 weeks of meeting you...
We're like, yep, we're
you,
bonded for life. That's,
we are bonded
fuck
for
is
life
Miss
after
L?
this.
I don't think you have her.
You didn't have her.
So, we're like, yeah, that is deeper than Blood Brothers. I changed her pants.
You have changed my pants. You've put my shoes on. You've Cinderella'd me.
Oh, it's been a lot.
We're bonded for life.
I love Beth just still trying to look.
Hold on, let me type it.
Who the fuck is Miss L?
I will type it. Hold on.
I feel like once you type it, I'm still not gonna know who the fuck it is.
Well, while you're looking that up, I first want to say
definitely
I'm
know who it
Rich. For those people that are watching this pod for the first time, I'm excited to have you girls here. You're doing a great job. I have to ask a question though.
Yes.
The pulling the pants up of the other person, it reminds me of how you would dress it like a Barbie doll.
Yeah, it was
That's way easier.
Because the Barbie doll's knees don't bend.
Uh-huh.
And there's that's kind of what I always like. Because even in my day, we had action figures that weren't Barbie dolls. They were called Big Jim. And they came with outfits too. And then, but the guy's knees wouldn't bend.
The only problem, though, is with Barbie, everything Barbie wears is skin tight, and her skin is, like, rubbery plastic, so it is such a pain in the ass to pull that fabric up.
Yeah,
it's like the episode of Friends with like David Schwimmer trying to put the leather pants on.
Yes,
with the leather pants.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
It's always just the little things you say that always crack me up. It's just the way you say them.
It is always like the delayed reaction from Beth that I feel like
listen,
can take a joke to another level.
Do you
Because like
know
nothing's
why
ever
it's
funny
delayed?
until
Do you know why it's delayed?
because you have to think about it.
No.
Well, yes,
because
but
one, it has to get to my brain because of the whole hearing thing, and two,
I always forget about that too.
I forget. Yeah.
two, I'm a little stupid, so it takes a little longer.
I'm a little stupid.
I'm a
It's
little
fine.
stupid. It's
I'm a
fine.
little stupid.
It just takes a little longer.
So,
Speaking of stupid, this is totally off topic. But my dad,
what else is new?
My dad says to me yesterday, he goes, this is so offhand too. He's petting my cat, right? And he goes, wow.
Wait, which one?
What?
Jasper.
Jasper.
Oh,
You know, the chunker.
I have yet to meet Jasper, by the way.
You know what? Leave Chunker alone. It's fine.
I haven't met him yet.
No, seriously,
That's
she
your
hasn't.
fault.
That's your own damn fault. That's like
It's not my fault.
That's like
you
I'm
never
always
invite me over.
That's like I'm always either working.
No. The last time we invited you over, you didn't come.
Yeah, we wanted to do a puzzle.
think I was like working or sick or something.
I think she was sick.
I was fucking sick!
What? Okay, but like that's not
But
an excuse
anyways,
for
so
you
my
anymore.
dad-
What else is new?
No, but so my dad was petting my cat, right? And he goes, he was a little tipsy, by the way.
Oh, fun.
He goes, wow, he's softer than a sneaker full of shit. And I was like, what does that mean? I was like, what? And he's like, I'm talking about your mental capacity. I'm like,
Did he do it in an accent too? Or was
yes,
that...
yes, he said it
You
normally.
know, I've met your dad too. That's like the most out of pocket because he's like the
No,
most
seriously.
basic dad ever.
No, he's so out of pocket. He's basic when you're like,
When you don't like
Yeah.
when you're not one of his kids, but like
Yeah.
you meet him and you're like, oh yes, you.
No, but
you're
I
the
was-
one who mans the barbecue and mows the lawn.
I was
but like,
dying. He's like, I'm talking about your mental capacity. And I'm
you know
like,
what? It makes sense though because if one of your parents wasn't like that, then like you're adopted. Like there's no other explanation.
Your parents have to be weird, or else there's no way you're.
But, okay.
There is no
I
way
mean,
you're
they're
theirs.
both pretty weird, but
But
that's
we talked about Kate, right? So can I tell my favorite Beth story
your
from high
favorite
school?
Beth story?
From high school, yes.
Go for it.
I'm scared.
Oh, you
Sure.
should know this one. Okay.
Do
Do I know
it?
this one?
Yes.
Okay.
You.
I can never tell.
You'll know this story.
Because you'll remember things that I'm like, how the fuck did
I
like,
honestly-
I don't remember.
My
I
memory
honestly-
is weird. We're not going to get into
I'm not.
that.
I'm
Fair.
completely honest. I'm not sure what she's about to say right now, and I'm a little scared.
All the dirt I got in you.
Fine.
Just
Just
concerning.
Just
go ahead.
Just go
Go
home,
ahead, sweetie.
relax, and then take a shower. Please ignore our inside jokes.
You know what? Leave my hygiene alone. My hygiene habits are
Hygiene
important. Anyways,
Anyways,
continue your
so
story.
it was our friend Kay's 17th birthday.
Oh.
Now you know.
Wait,
so,
Oh.
so she decided to have a hotel like slumber party. So she rented out 2 rooms and like a little like room where you could have like meetings and stuff. And we had a party and
It
stuff.
was like a banquet room, I think.
It wasn't that big though.
It was like an office meeting room. They
Yeah, that-
moved like
that
the
whole-
office tables off to the side.
Yes, I remember.
We all got married that night, except for you.
Yes, I'm not
You
doing
chose
that
not to?
shit.
Anyways,
Ugh.
so after we had hung out in the room, we went into our rooms and we decided, and they went to get ice from the ice machine because my brain was still going, but I wasn't.
Her body was broken.
My body was like, I'm done. I'm gonna lay in this bed. You had gone home because you weren't doing sleepovers yet.
Yeah, no, because I think I had just had a surgery, so I wasn't.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like comfortable doing sleepovers.
Side story, I once got sent home from Kate's house because I made her laugh so hard she almost popped a stitch after her surgery, and her mom's like, I love you, but you need to
Get
go
out
home
of my
before
house.
she
You're going
dies."
to hurt her. Yes.
Anyways, so they went to go get ice to chew on because why
Ice.
not?
For some reason.
So
Ice.
apparently this hotel decided, let's lace crack cocaine in our ice chips or something because they come back laughing their asses
No, you know
off.
what happened though? When we were walking to get the ice, there was this cheer squad, right?
That was the second time when
Was
you
it
guys
the
went to go
second
fill
time?
up because it was only the 2 of you because S and K went to go
No,
sleep
I
in
thought
with
Kate
Kay's
came
mom.
with us.
I don't remember, but I think
No?
it was just you and...
No, but
Yeah, because you came back and you're like, you won't believe what G just did to
no,
those
listen,
cheerleaders.
that was so funny though.
Because they were doing the knocking and running
yeah,
away.
so then we did it, and they opened the door, and she was like,
And she just whipped
whipped
ice
ice
at
in
this
there.
cheerleader.
I didn't know this.
Yes, when we went to get the ice, we were walking back, and we did like a knocky knock thing.
Uh-huh.
They
And
were
they
doing it all
opened
the
door,
time.
Yeah.
And we opened the door, and she literally just she had an ice bucket, and she goes,
And then
and
they just
whipped
took off.
it in there.
Yeah,
Fucking
well,
savage.
G is unhinged, so...
And then,
That is true. We love her.
mind you, and then the cheer coach came, like,
He's like, my girls are trying to sleep.
like, bitch,
Like, he
bitch,
said it
your-
with that inflection.
Your girls are playing ding dong ditch
Yeah.
right now, bro.
Right?
G told him, and then he was like, well, if you keep talking, we're going to report you to the management. Like,
No,
with that
no,
inflection.
he said he was gonna call the cops.
Oh, yeah, I was going to call the police. That's what
I'm
it was.
gonna call the police.
With that inflection, G just goes, okay, slam.
That was me, actually.
I feel like I remember it being G.
No, it was me.
Okay.
It was me. I was like, okay.
I was like, I know it was one of you, though.
It was me.
So, because at that time, Kay and S were like besties, they got to go into the other room and sleep. So it was me already laying down in one bed, and then... Or me and Beth were going to share a bed, and then A was in the other bed, and she was going to share a bed with G.
Mm-hmm.
So...
That was because nobody wanted to sleep with A, might I?
Actually, no, nobody wanted to sleep with me because I sleep like
No, no,
this.
no.
It was both. It was both, because I was like, okay, so who wants to get kicked in the face while they sleep?
Well, I didn't want to sleep with A.
No, fair.
And you
Anywho.
didn't want to sleep with A.
And the other thing, too, is I had already claimed one of the beds. I was like, this one's mine. But
Oh,
anyways,
yes, I
A was the person at every girl's sleepover who's like, guys, I have plans in the morning. Like, it's
have
6
soccer
a.m. It's
practice in the
6
morning.
p.m. We need to go to sleep now.
I need to dance in the morning. Please, I need to go to sleep.
Which she knew at that point, because we had been friends for a while, that that's not how we work at sleepovers.
Never.
And we invited her because we didn't want her to feel left out because she
Right.
was still our friend at the time. But we're like, if you have stuff that you know you're going on tomorrow, we're all going to be too hopped up on sugar and having too much fun with each other that it's not going to happen.
It's not gonna work.
What?
Balloon.
Oh, yeah. We'll get to the balloon in a second. That's a different night, though.
That was what, homecoming night?
Junior prom.
Was it junior prom?
It's after the post prom.
Oh, yes.
Because we had the balloons.
Oh,
Yes, because I was hopping.
You were hopping.
I was hopping.
I might want to add that in all of these stories except maybe one, but I don't know if we're going to talk about that story yet.
Well, not yet.
We were never
was
under
sober.
the influence.
I'm always
never.
sober.
Sober. 100%.
Sober.
100%
But
sober.
so A was freaking out, was like, "Can you guys please be quiet and just go to sleep?" So B and G, I don't know whose idea it was like, "Let's go hang out in the bathroom and
I
eat
think it
ice
was
chips."
mine. Because
What?
I think it was mine. You guys don't know what happened in the bathroom.
I know that G slipped and fell
Yes,
into the
she
tub.
fell into the tub.
And-
I was sitting on the toilet. Like, the lid was closed, obviously. But I was sitting on the
You weren't
toilet, and
taking
we
a shit
literally
with her
just...
in the room?
What?
Said you weren't taking a shit with her in the room?
No.
Anyway, I know you guys were also trying to flush ice.
Oh, yeah, we did that, too.
Because
But anyways,
what the hell?
So we were in there, and...
Oh, I'd like to add also at this point, I was pretending to be asleep and silently laughing my ass
Yes,
off.
this bitch, she didn't tell me until, like...
Years later.
Years later, might I add. What, like, 2 or so years later?
Yeah, something
Anyways.
like that.
So, we're in the bathroom. I'm sitting on the toilet. She's sitting on the edge of the tub. And we're, like, sitting there with a bucket of fucking ice, okay? And she falls into the tub. She's
I
like...
remember hearing that and then you dying, and I was
It
like,
was fucking hilarious. I don't know if she still has a video of it. I think we were videoing
I don't
when
know.
we did it.
The one thing that I love, though, is during all of this, A's getting annoyed. Was like, guys, shut up. Like, okay. And I was like...
That was when we came back in the room.
No, she was doing it both times.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, you guys just couldn't hear her, but she was like, guys,
Oh,
stop.
yeah, no, I
and I was,
definitely didn't hear her.
that's the reason I was pretending to be asleep. But I was like, they're having fun. I'm not going to stop them. Because she tried. She was like, Kacie, tell them to be quiet. I'm like, no. I'm
we
like,
were
what was
sleep
in
high.
those ice?
We were
Yeah,
sleep high.
You were tired
is what
high.
it was.
That's always the best.
Sleep high.
I always call it tired high, okay?
Tired.
This is my favorite part, though, is
What do you mean what's wrong with me?
I know what's wrong.
Thank you.
Hold on. We don't have time for this whole
We don't have time to go over everything that's wrong with all
So,
of us.
this is my favorite thing, is A finally got them out of the bathroom.
Skip that list off.
Just
Check.
got them out of the bathroom and finally got them to come lay down. But they still would not stop laughing.
Didn't G fall out of the bed
Yeah,
too?
G rolled out of the bed and fell in between the floor. And they actually stayed there, and that's where they slept the rest of the night, was in between the wall of the bathroom and the bed. Like, if you've ever been in a standard hotel room,
No,
you know?
I thought A was on towards the
Nope.
wall. No.
They were closer, because G stayed there right in between. They're like, it's actually oddly comfortable down here. I'm going to sleep down here. And I was like,
I feel like I remember.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
it
she slept on the
wedged
floor.
right between, because, like, if you've ever been you've been in a standard hotel room.
It was a
There's-
small.
I feel like
There's enough for a person to be
I
done
feel like that could feel very like comforting.
Oh,
like,
I've
so
laid-
snug and like
I've laid in between it before. It is.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel safe.
safe, exactly. Yes.
And I'm like, plus I'm so small that if somebody comes into the room in the middle of the night, they'll never see me. They'll never get me alive. But anyways, this is my favorite part to this day. And A was so pissed and goes, if you guys don't go to sleep right now, we're not going to be friends anymore. And Beth said this so quietly, didn't think anyone heard. And then, like, years later, I finally told her. She just, under her breath, goes, guess we're not friends anymore. And the amount of willpower to not crack up laughing.
Listen, you didn't move a fucking muscle either, and I was like, she's asleep.
I was low-key impressed with myself, too, because I was like... I was like, that's too damn funny, because it was... You didn't even miss a beat. You were just like, guess we are friends.
Listen, at the time, I really didn't want to be friends with her anymore. So
But it
when
was
she
one of-
said that, I was like, ooh, this is my out.
It was one of those things where she was friends because one person was friends with her. So she was a part of the group because... I think it was Kay, too.
She
I don't
was
know.
the central hub, I feel like.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
But let's talk about the fact that A had a girl crush on G.
Who didn't?
I was gonna say,
but
You
all
did,
of us,
you did.
all of us did.
But even though A is the straightest fucking person you'd ever meet,
Yeah, she.
but
There's.
she also thinks she has gaydar. So
You are still salty about that, aren't you?
yes.
Yeah, I think you always will be.
I just love.
You can't say that you have gaydar and not be gay. She's the straightest fucking arrow in the fucking bunch, okay?
Yeah.
Call it quiver, by the way. You said arrow, so she'd be the straightest arrow in the quiver.
Because
Let me be a nerd, because that's what it's called. It's called the quiver of arrows. One of your favorite superheroes is Green Arrow, and you don't know that that's what it's called.
That's besides
You know what? I guess we're not friends.
yes, we're not friends
wait,
anymore.
wait. What's the quiver?
The quiver is where they
It's
keep
the thing on the
arrows.
back
Yeah.
you keep the arrows in?
See, he didn't know that either.
I just thought it was like a bag. I didn't realize it had like a name.
But here's the thing: is you
That's
love
awesome.
Green Arrow.
I learned something today. I learned that the thing that Hawkeye has on his back is called the quiver.
See,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
podcast can also be
There you go.
educational.
See?
They
We're
never
learning
mentioned
things.
any
That's
time
This
in
good.
the
podcast
show
now be considered an
the quiver.
educational podcast?
Yes, we're going to put it in the educational category.
Just little, very tiny letters and quotes. Educational
Educational.
question mark.
Sometimes. Yeah. They never mentioned the word quiver. I'm just saying.
Whatever.
I thought quiver was a different word.
Well, quiver is also like being shaky, but that's what it's called. It's called a quiver.
No, I don't
The
like
more
it.
you know.
I
It's
don't
like a murder
it.
of crows.
You know what? The
Yeah, there's
English language is stupid.
It's so
Yes.
fucking stupid.
And also, speaking of the English language, why don't we spell color with a U? I don't understand. I want to spell it with a U. C-O-L-O-U-R.
Nobody's stopping you from spelling
Nobody's
it with a
stopping
U.
you. If you would go just slightly across the border, it would work that way.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, why are we the only ones who still
We're also
spell
the
with
only
a U?
ones who are like, fuck the metric system. This is exactly 15 bald Americans wide.
Speaking of,
Bald
I was
Americans?
watching-
I just realized I said bald Americans and not bald eagles.
Yeah, you said bald American.
I thought-
you said bald people, not bald eagle.
I thought
Sorry.
I thought you actually meant to say.
I thought you
bald
meant.
American.
I thought you meant
I
like
just went
eight
with
bald
it.
heads, like bald severed heads.
can we
just
talk
all lined
about
up in
the-
a
What I
row.
was thinking.
Can we talk about the fact that I said bald people and you both are like, forget the rest of the body, it's just the head.
Just the head. It's just
You
the
said
head.
bald people.
You said bald
I was
people, so
thinking-
I
I
was
didn't
thinking.
say bald
I was thinking
heads.
of like a guy that's like his face is like super long and he's got like a patch right here, like an old dude.
Yeah, with the wraparound. The
Yeah,
wraparound
yeah,
thing.
the wraparound.
Yeah.
Technically, that's not a bald dude then.
Balding.
No. He's like completely bald here, but the rest
But
of it
just
is
like a patch, like a strip of hair here.
Yeah. There's no hair though. It's like all shaved.
What the fuck are we even talking about?
What is going on?
It was the solid moment of silence.
It's always the solid moment of silence.
We're all like, what's going on?
We're like, we're weird, but even we don't know what the hell is happening.
we don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, anyways, back to my story. So I was watching a TikTok the other day,
Okay.
and this guy, he's from England,
Okay.
and he
You're
was
getting
talking because he came here, not here specifically, but he came to America just to like
Merca.
just to like see what it's like, and he like went through like a bunch of states, right?
Okay.
And he was talking, and he's like, one thing that Americans do is they measure distance by time. And I was like, that's the fucking truth, dude. Ain't no miles up in this
20
bitch.
minutes away. I don't know how many fucking miles
Yeah.
away your house is, but I know it's 10 minutes.
Can we talk about the fact that I have lived where I've lived my whole life, and even my family knows this too, and they know that they could be like, oh yeah, it's just down that street. I'm like, you gotta give me landmarks. I've lived here my whole life, but I have no idea which I know the street I live on and the ones my friends live on, and like the main streets right by where I live. That's it.
Yep,
I'm not
I need
gonna lie,
landmarks.
I'm not
I need.
gonna lie. I don't know either of your...
Either streets.
I don't know your addresses. I just know where you are in my general vicinity.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't
but
know,
like,
I don't know like your house numbers, but I know the street and how to get there.
oh, I don't know your guys' house. I only know yours because
It's very easy.
it's a 50-50 shot.
It's a 50-50 shot.
But, like, I always, same with your birthday, I'm always like, is it this one or this one? And I say the correct one first, but then my brain's like, nah, that's wrong. totally wrong. That is not the one you think it is. And I'm like, oh, okay. What?
Because I forgot her birthday 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know it's so great because
The fact that you'll never let her live it down.
yes, that, but she forgot my birthday that 1 year, right? And I was being so petty.
Oh, I know.
It was like 12:01, and I was like, you forgot my birthday.
I remember.
You text me
because
12:01 the next day.
Because then Kate texts me and she goes, Beth waited a whole fucking day to tell me that I missed her birthday.
I was being petty as hell.
In my defense.
No, you don't get it.
No, in my defense. I was sick. Time meant nothing.
You're always sick.
Yeah.
Exactly. Time means nothing.
See,
Anyways.
Kate is great as a lot of things, but her body functioning properly is not one of them.
Okay, but anyways.
What's you're coming up on surgery number what now?
78.
It is. No, it's going to be
69.
It is going to be number 10.
That's what.
Coming
See, that's
up.
what
I
I
thought it
thought.
was 12.
I was right. It was
No,
10.
it's 10. Yeah, because I remember
I know. I was telling B.
Yeah.
By the way, just for people to know, B is my older sibling, and I talk about them all the time because they are
Love
the best
B.
person on this planet.
Love
Love you, B. Because they're probably gonna watch because I told them about it. I was like, oh yeah, Kate's on surgery number like 80 million or something, and B goes, what if they haven't done this time? I go, I don't know.
Yeah.
Surgery, chop, something. I don't know. Like, why would I know? I don't like medical stuff. What the hell?
Why?
What did they do?
Is that you being the surgeon cutting me open? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you did it with 2 fingers.
You with 2 fingers. There's only one
No,
scalpel.
listen, there's a scalpel. He's holding.
Oh, they're holding the skin.
They're holding the skin taut and then
Yes.
Gotcha.
There's
so glad you're not a doctor. I'm so glad you're not going to medical school.
You put the thingy in the who's and what's it, and it does the thing, you know?
It does the thing.
Does the thing with the bed.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens.
Exactly. That they don't. It just.
I'm sorry. It makes a popping
It was a pop.
Somebody gets cut open and just...
How the fuck does the body make that noise?
Also, now there's lipstick all over my
Yeah, it's fine.
What do you mean?
Pretty good.
How does the body make that noise? Like this.
I mean a fucking surgical setting. How is a noise like that
Kate
made?
wasn't, like, specifically explaining to me how you did the finger thing. Kate was like, how would my stomach...
How would my abdomen make that fucking noise? If my abdomen makes that noise,
I'm
I
leaving.
think I have more issues than...
Just
all the other ones?
You're just holding all of that gas in there and just.
Honey, you're the one with all the gas, not
You're
Kate.
the one with the gas, not me.
Can we talk about this, though?
Yes, please. Talk about it.
If we're ever just randomly talking, like if we're having like a serious talk, which doesn't happen often, all of a sudden Beth starts giggling
like a little
that,
schoolboy.
she let one rip.
Yeah.
And you better run. Do you remember
are-
my 21st? We were playing like beer pong.
Oh my god, yeah.
Open the window.
Dad had to
Open up the windows to air out the fucking place.
And I was and
the
Dad,
dog got up and left.
and he puts out some nasty. And my dad puts out some nasty smells, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And I was standing right next to you, and I was like, "I want a different partner."
Yeah.
Because Beth has the humor of a 12-year-old boy and thinks that's the funniest thing ever.
I really do. I have the humor of 12.
Like, it's so funny too, because every now and then she'll be at work and we'll just get I farted.
No,
You're such
no,
a fucking
listen.
child.
Do you know what I recently learned?
That place where you keep arrows is a quiver?
No, we're not talking about that.
You did just that is not a wrong answer though.
Okay, no, but this might be TMI, but
Oh my god.
listen, protein farts are disgusting, bro. If you ever smelled a protein fart, just fucking run, dude.
I don't.
I'm gonna guess that's a personal experience story, right?
Oh
there.
yeah. Protein farts are fucking nasty.
Are
They're
we doing
nasty,
here?
dude. Gnarly.
They're gnarly.
They're gnarly,
dude.
Beth?
Gnarly, dude.
I love you so much. What the fuck?
Beth is the human embodiment of
Just
Shaggy and Scooby Doo.
Yes.
Oh.
But in one person though.
Yeah, that's what. If Shaggy and Scooby adopted a daughter and raised her together, which would be weird, but it would be Beth.
You're Scabby.
You're Scabby. I'm sorry.
No.
I know what
Shaggy
you meant.
and Scooby. Scabby.
I know what you meant, but they should be jailed if they had a kid and named it Scabby.
Scabby.
Can we talk? Okay, but we're not talking about them having a kid because that's
That's
oh my
a whole
good
bunch
lord.
of
The fact
Nope.
though that because it's the internet, that's probably a thing out there makes
Oh, I
me
bet
cry.
you. Somewhere on
Every-
Archive of Our Own.
Every now and then I'm scrolling like on Instagram or TikTok. I'm like, that's enough internet for today.
That's enough for today. Yep.
And you're the one that's always on the like the AO3 and shit. So.
Yep. I love AO3. It's the tag system.
Oh my god. But like some of that stuff that's out there, it's like
I would like to say I've never gotten myself on AO3.
I've never got
Never.
it either.
That's
but
just
like,
a you thing.
Okay. Yeah. The writing is better.
yeah, but
on
all
AO3
you need is Dad's lock screen and you're good.
What?
All you need is Dad's lock screen.
like his. We were literally
His
watching
pictures.
it for like 20 minutes the
The other day tonight.
I forgot about that.
So my dad, he's a single divorced man. He's got his own place, so his computer lock screen is just a bunch of hot women. And Beth, being the lesbian she is like,
Hey, listen. Him
We
and I
all-
were literally sitting there for
yeah,
like
that's
20 minutes
'Cause-
naming women.
Can we talk how weird that was for me to be like, one of my best friends and my dad has the same taste in women, and I don't like that. I don't like it.
Does he remember that, by the way?
I have no idea. I told him about the polar bear incident, and he was like, really? He's like, please don't show those videos to anyone. And I was like, the only people I'd show them to wouldn't share them to anyone either. So you're good, Dad.
I was like,
Oh
what
my
the fuck
God,
is the
that
polar
was
bear
so
incident?
funny.
And then
With
I
the
remembered.
yeah.
And then I
Squaring
remembered.
up with a polar bear.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Oh my god.
Well, if we're gonna talk about that, we might as well talk about this is not my favorite Beth story in high school. This is my favorite Beth story
Ever. Favorite.
So we
best
decided
story
we were
ever.
old enough and we were gonna try gummies. So we decided to try gummies
Yeah.
and also play Life. And our friend Jack was here, which
Okay,
Rich
hold
knows
up,
Jack.
hold up.
Jack
let
is
me,
great.
Let me just take a second here.
To mentally prepare
What-
yourself for people to know
What
the
is
story.
this today? Is this hate on Beth Day?
We're not hating on Beth. We're telling stories we
Wait,
love
when
about
you
you.
tell
Hate
the
on
story
Beth Day.
though, they'll be like, "What the fuck?"
It was not your fault, though.
No.
Actually, it was.
It was your
was,
fault.
it was.
It
It
was,
100%
but after that was not your fault, whatever. So we're playing Life, and it's me.
I'm so confused right now.
What?
I probably
you don't
don't
remember
remember.
Because you
You
only
don't
remember
remember it.
parts of it. It was the three of us and our friend Jack,
Mm-hmm.
who also does a podcast on here. You guys should check it out if you like Star Wars. Cause
Shout out Jack.
he's like, you should come on. I'm like, I don't know enough about Star Wars. I'd just be sitting there and be like, hello.
I know that Darth Vader is Luke's father.
And
That is it.
I'd be like, I like R2D2, and that's the only thing I'll talk about.
Time out real quick. I'm gonna lose $15. I made a bet with my friend that that the Chiefs would win the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs are.
Are you
not
checking
doing
the
well.
score?
You're taking the score?
Yes,
While
I
we're
have
filming.
notifications on my phone. Oh wait! Oh my God! She just texted me.
This is family time. Get off your fucking phone.
I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. What's the score?
This is family
Oh my
dinner
God!
time.
It's 49ers 10-0. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, full disclosure, we decided to tape a podcast during the Super Bowl because none of the four of us cared about watching the Super Bowl. I think we all have different reasons for not caring about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But-
Yay, sports.
But I think I'm actually probably people. Well, he's like, he's just probably mad about the Bills. I'm like, no, I'm just kind of sick of football. I'm just kind of sick of everybody talking about it all the time. So it was a pleasure
I
to
just
be
want
here.
the money.
But I find it ironic that you're checking the score, but I was too. So, but you know, it's a thing.
What I love though is whenever the Bills game is on, my friend Mare, she always texts me and she goes, "Yay, sports!" And her little daughter, I'm just gonna go with A because I haven't asked Mare if I could use her name, and I don't want to because she's so cute. She's almost 18 months, which
God,
oh
yeah.
my gosh!
18 months old.
But she's taught her
She's
that
so
whenever
tall.
her dad is watching the sports, they both go, "Yay, sports!" And then A just goes, and she hasn't done it since. But the one day I was babysitting her, and she's looking at my dad's blanket because he's got the teams all over the house. My dad's a Bills fan, by the way, so she's touching one of
He's
his blankets.
An avid.
He's an avid
Bills
Bills
fan.
fan.
Avid Bills fan.
But
Buffalo Bills sports, or Buffalo sports just in general. Not just the Bills, the Sabres,
That's
the
really-
Bandits.
and he's not a big
It's
Bandits person.
mostly the Bills.
It's
mostly the Bills,
He's
though.
mostly the Bills, but he likes his Sabres because
Yeah.
he does. But she's touching his blanket, right? And I go, "Yeah, go Bills!" And she goes, and I'm like, too young for a baby. I'm too young for a baby. I'm too young for a baby. even though Meredith's like, you're younger than us and had a baby, Meredith. She's gonna watch this and be like, I'm sorry, please don't yell at me.
We've already yelled at her before, though, so she knows.
I have no idea what we were talking about. We got that off topic.
Oh, we were
Life.
talking about
The game of
life.
life that night.
Yes.
So, this is always so funny. So we decided to try gummies.
Yeah.
As you should.
Marijuana.
The weed,
If
ganja,
you,
Mary Jane.
The devil's lettuce. If
The
my
devil's
sister called
lettuce.
Which, every time I hear that, I'm like, that is the stupidest name.
And
I just imagine.
I genuinely hate when
The
she calls
the
it
devil
that.
The devil just tossing a
He's
salad
got
like
salad
this with the 2 fucking forks.
The salad forks. And
Salad
like,
forks just tossing
I
a salad.
genuinely hate when she calls it that, but that's
That's just you.
yeah.
So, me and Kate, I think me and you only had a half.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
we're
we,
like,
we all decided to start with a half. Jack was not going to have any.
Which is good because
needed to drive
he's
home.
the responsible person.
And he wanted somebody sober because this was all our first time. So we all started off with a half. We started playing a game.
Yeah, because I know I was like, when my body does things that my body doesn't register, my body's like, you are dying and I'm going to have a panic attack right now until we perish. So I'm like, I'm going to just do a half.
Yeah, and I didn't know how I was going to react to it too.
With
so I
all
just
your
did half.
body
All of
image.
my
But
issues.
I think you had already tried once though, right?
Yeah, I had.
Yeah.
So then
So
you went for half.
You had a, no, you went, I think she went for a full one because she
No.
tried it right
No,
now.
I
she
went
went.
for half.
She went for the half.
So I know you went for half.
They were 25 milligrams, my dad.
Were they?
Yeah.
I forgot what they
They were
were.
25
I
milligrams.
we didn't feel anything. I know that. And Beth was getting to the point where she's laughing at everything in Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Have twins!" Ha ha ha! Like she's losing her. She's
I don't
walking around with a
remember-
bag of chips, going like this, laughing her ass. I have a couple videos from that night that I found.
I don't remember
actually.
any of
Yes.
this.
And then what did she took? She's like, "I'm gonna take my other half, right?"
And then you
No,
guys told
she
me not
took-
to.
So she went, should I take the other half? And we're like, no,
See,
you're
'cause-
already a little high. Like, don't do it.
Okay,
like,
because
you're
I
fine.
couldn't remember if
But-
she took her other half and then snuck your half.
No. She
In
only
my-
took her other half.
In my defense, I at the time didn't feel high.
Yes,
though I
that's
was
how that
literally-
works.
That's how it
Even
works.
though I was literally laughing at everything,
You
I
were-
remember.
you were high.
I remember.
You're like,
laughing.
Jack's gotta go to the hospital.
I
You
remember.
were-
I remember
had a
laughing
funny
at like
Uh-huh.
a bunch of stuff,
Oh yeah.
but I don't
You were losing your
remember like
shit.
anything after I snuck that second half.
Yeah, that was the thing. She's like, should we take it? And we were all like,
No.
no.
So she fucking
So-
does it anyway.
Listen,
we talk
listen,
about
listen.
what
Now,
am I-
looking
She
back,
does it anyway.
Looking back, Jack should have took the bag. We're blaming.
We're
Jack
not
on
blaming this on Jack.
No.
Yes, we're blaming.
We're
Jack.
not blaming Jack.
Listen,
this is
blaming
not
Jack.
his fault.
out of all,
It's Jack's fault.
listen, out of all the guys I've brought into our friend group, I say that like I'm a freaking whore. I'm like, out of all of the men that I've introduced to us,
It hasn't even been that many. It's been like 2.
I know exactly. I was like, I just said,
Like-
but that was the one thing is I was like, I'm nervous because whenever I introduce a straight male into our friend group, my gay friends are like, a straight white man, ew.
Fucking hate him.
But they were like, we actually like him, and I was like, I have to keep him around then.
The only thing that, like, I can make fun of him for is because he's ginger. That's it. That's the only
The
thing.
fact that, though-
the only thing that I have an issue
The
with
fact
is
that
he's a
he
ginger.
makes that joke all the time, and then I made that joke. It was either to you or Mare, and I was like, well,
yeah.
he's a ginger, so he has no soul. And he's like, how dare you? I go, you say it all the time. He goes, I'm allowed to because I'm the ginger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, technically, according to you, when I dyed my hair pink, it was ginger enough. So I was like, technically, I feel like it's okay then. Anyways, plus, by the way, the weed was not like next to him or something. It was on the table the other table I had set up. So, and it was behind him, granted.
No, I thought it was in
No.
my bag.
But the bag was on the snack table, which was behind him.
So you had to, like,
You were
sneak
high out of your mind.
I
We're not
definitely
taking your word for anything
Don't
during
remember
the
any of
story.
that. I remember sneaking the other half.
But
and
the
trying
point
to
is-
get Kate to take her other half.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah,
do
you
it.
started peer pressuring me into being like, you know, okay, you should take yours. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna.
And the best part, this is my favorite thing, because she did the exact same voice with Guess We Weren't Friends Anymore. She goes, I took the other half.
One already. I was like, why?
So then Beth's life family had to die
Mm-hmm.
because Beth was like, I'm going to be completely honest right now. I'm losing my shit
I'm
here. I
losing
don't
my
know what's
shit
going
here."
on anymore.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
my
I'm not
whole
okay.
body was like burning and
Yeah.
tingling. and it
Don't
was,
do
like,
drugs, children. Don't do drugs.
Don't do
not-
drugs.
I do not recommend.
And then if you take a half a gummy
don't take
and
the other.
think maybe I should take the other half.
And all of your friends
Don't
are going,
fucking do it.
no.
And all your friends tell you, don't do it.
No, listen.
Don't fucking do it.
No, before you even get there, when you think I should take the other half, just go, no, I fucking shouldn't.
No.
That's when you go, well, I'm still, coherent enough. Here, somebody take these and hide them from my high ass.
That's what I should
Hide them
have
from
done,
my high
but
ass.
instead I was
Life
like, I'll
lessons.
be fine.
See? We're more educational. Life lessons.
And I took the second half.
But you took the second
And I
half.
remember standing up, and I was a little lightheaded.
Yeah,
This
you were
was
like, I have
before-
to sit down.
This was before I took the second half, and I went
So
over.
then why'd you take the second half?
I don't know.
If you were already feeling fucking woozy.
Because I was high. Anyways, so I went over and I went to the snack table and I grabbed a bag of Sour Patch Kids. I remember this. I actually do. And I opened it up and I was like, I'm not high. I'm like,
I think I remember you eating them, and then you were eating them, and then you stopped. You're like, I need to sit the fuck down. I'm gonna puke. So then we all had to go into parent mode.
yes, they did.
Because even if I'm at my worst, I go into mom mode. I know you guys have seen this all the time. And Beth was,
Kacie is the mom of the friend group.
yes. Drink your water.
Drink your water,
Drink your
eat
water,
your snacks.
honey.
You ready? I got cotton mouth.
Just talking about that weed getting you cotton mouth. But anyways, you were like, I need to lay down. And we're like, well, go across the hall and we'll just lay you in
And
my
I
bed.
stood up. I remember. I feel bad about this still, but I remember standing up and Kate tried to grab me,
I
and,
had to help
steady
you,
me,
yes.
and I was like, "Don't touch me."
Oh yeah,
You were like, don't fucking touch me. I'm like, you're about to fall over. Like, I need to help you because
And
you're going to fall.
I also remember going from the sitting room. Is that
the
what,
sitting room.
that's what we're gonna
game
call
The
it?
room.
sitting room.
Okay, the game
It was
room.
the fucking game room.
Okay, the game room. I
It's the
remember
either
going
the
from
game room or the
to
dean game
from
room.
the game room to your bedroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember vaguely being like, somebody should have been standing at the stairs. I could have fell. Did I say that?
I think so.
I think you did.
Man, I'm funny.
And then
There was
wow, guys, I'm really funny.
There was so
I'm
much
so funny.
that you said that I still only remember pieces of it, but it was literally like having a toddler because we'd sit down and you'd be like, guys, and we'd be like,
Because you guys,
It was so funny.
I
'cause
had you guys turn the lights off, and genuinely, I probably shouldn't have done that because after you did it, I was like, I'm scared,
Yeah.
I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared,
Yeah.
I'm scared. And
But-
I thought to myself, I thought about asking you guys to turn it back on, but then I was like,
that's gonna be too much. I'm gonna die.
It was so funny because we were just here. We finished playing games because we don't want to play any game in case
Yeah,
she
we
needed
finished
us.
life and we're like, yep.
And so we just hear, Jack.
Yeah, the one, every
Did
now
you
and then
fucking
you would be
call
like,
for Jack?
okay. I remember the one time too.
Hey.
You're like, listen, because he came in and told us. You're like, listen, I don't want you to tell Jack, but I actually like him, and he's pretty good, and I think him and Kacie would be good together. So I think he should stay around for a bit, okay?
I
But don't
definitely-
tell him I said
I
that.
have no fucking recollection.
And he was
of
like,
that at all.
but what I love too is he just goes, okay, don't worry, I won't. You need to get some rest now. And you go, okay. And he just left.
It was hilarious.
I remember talking about how I couldn't keep my eyes open.
Which your eyes were open. You're like, my eyes are closed right now. My eyes are so closed right now, guys.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. My eyes were not
No! Your eyes were open.
You also were like, I am actively throwing up right now. We're like, no, you're talking. You're like, I'm not talking. I'm throwing up.
Because I felt like I was throwing up. Did I not at one point go,
You did it. No. At the one point,
you opened your mouth, but nothing was coming out.
Yeah, no, that's what
because
she was saying. At one point, she
genuinely
just goes,
thought I was throwing up.
she goes, I'm gonna throw up.
So I have in my notes app. I have.
You have some of the things
a
she
little
wrote.
snippet of what she said because I could only catch a little bit because she was gone 1,000 miles a minute.
I really
I know
was.
she
At
said something
one
about
point-
how
at
she
one
felt like
point-
there were elves in her body running
Yes,
everything.
I do remember. I also remember the clipboard.
So this is it.
Vaguely enough.
This is it.
No, but wait, hold on. Before you say that, I
Uh-huh.
also remember calling you mommy.
You did.
Like
You call
in
me
a,
mom.
Like in a Spanish accent. I was like, "It's okay,
It's
mommy."
okay, mommy. I have a video of that night too. I won't play it.
No, please
But
don't.
this is the thing that I wrote down in my notes app. My brain is a clipboard
Yes, I
with
remember that.
ants.
With ants?
With ants. You know, like the movie Inside Out? It's nothing like that. It's a clipboard.
You know that movie? It's nothing like
It's
that.
nothing
movie.
like that. It's a clipboard
I definitely,
with ants.
I definitely don't remember the ants, but I
Yeah.
do remember
was
the
a clip-
clipboard. I vaguely remember seeing a clipboard, and there was like triangles. And it was, I can't even explain what it looked like, but it was a clipboard.
Well, clearly it looked like a clipboard.
No, listen, it was weird. It was like a clipboard. And you know, like in in Doctor Strange where he's got the I can't think of the word. It's the circle thing.
Portal.
Thank you.
I was gonna say,
Fucking portal.
I don't
yes,
remember
and
the
he goes
fingers
like
he does.
this or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he does the circles to make
Okay,
them.
yeah. But
I just-
anyways, it was like that, except for it was like a triangle
Okay.
with a clipboard, and it was yellow, and I can't even explain what it
There was
looked like.
another time when you called Jack in, and Kacie and I were just sitting there for a while. And we're like, "Is everything okay in there?" He was there for like 5 to 10 minutes, and you were just telling him a story.
He was just sitting there listening, nodding.
He was just sitting there like, "Yeah, no,
And
that's
I was
crazy."
I was like, the fact that because
What was
we
I
had,
talking about?
I don't know. He didn't tell us.
oh yeah, that time he didn't tell us, but I
He was
remember
like, "I
though.
won't tell you."
I remember though, because I was like, we
He
had-
said, "I won't tell you."
He's like, "I'm not." He's like, "Oh," he's like, I don't know if we asked or if he was just like, "I won't say."
don't worry about it.
I'm
But
scared
like
of what I told him.
I know.
we had only been hanging out for maybe like 6 months, and I was like, if he can babysit my super high friend, I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna keep him around.
It's fine.
So yeah, again, shout out to Jack for dealing with all of our shit.
Jack's
dealing
fantastic.
with hi Beth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
just
fucking Beth.
Therapizing me.
Oh yeah.
Out of this fucking
dealing
world,
with anxiety attacked me whenever I'm over at his house. Like, I'm gonna have a panic attack now, and he's like, okay, calm down. Especially because
fine.
like so a lot of times when I have a panic attack, I latch on right here with my own teeth, and he's like, stop! I will give you something to bite on, but you cannot bite on yourself. And I'm like, and he's like, no, stop it. And I'm
It's like
like,
you're a dog.
shut the fuck up.
It's like you're a dog chewing on shoes. No, I'll give you a toy. Stop.
Honestly, it is at that
It's
point.
basically the same thing.
We also talk about the fact that Rich knows Jack, and I feel like he's like, yes, I knew he was a great guy.
Yeah.
They're just validating this, because he does. He takes care of me, too, when I'm feeling
Sure,
anxious.
Jack's just that guy. Jack's that.
Jack is that guy.
We used to make jokes with him. Like, it's funny because usually you do the thing with a ginger, they have no soul and all that crazy stuff. But like with Jack, you just
careful,
can't.
Rich,
You
he's gonna
can't
get
use it
mad.
with Jack because he's just so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like it's almost like there's the one ginger that doesn't. That
He's the
does have a
exception
soul.
to the
All the
ginger
gingers that
rule.
don't have a
Ginger
soul,
rule.
he has all of theirs.
Yes.
You gotta be careful, else he'll get mad at you for saying he has no soul when
Yeah.
you're not a ginger, apparently.
Right. Apparently, it's one of those things that only gingers can say.
Apparently.
But
Apparently
I'm not a
was-
ginger.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Well, how do you know I didn't dye this shit? I mean, I did dye this shit, but this is my natural color.
I was like,
do
you've only
need a
did like
haircut, though.
blonde.
What?
You've only done like the blonde in your. Well, you had blue in there for a bit.
Actually, at one point, I dyed, like, I bleached my whole head. Like, it was platinum blonde for, like, a whole week, and it was disgusting, and I hated
Why
it.
do I feel like the whole time that would have happened, you would have gone full Draco on us? You'd be like, "Pussy."
I looked like a chicken.
wait, it's my fault I hear about this.
I genuinely looked like a chicken.
Can we talk about my one
Like, my
friend?
head looked like a chicken.
My one friend Jay. He's currently in the Air Force over.
Oh,
in,
is he?
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
I didn't know
good for him.
I told you guys he was going there, but he's
you didn't.
he's over in one of the Koreas. I don't know which.
Korea?
Which one?
Probably south.
Okay,
but-
time out real quick.
I would hope to God that it's south.
You don't want to be in North Korea if
Yeah.
you're
No,
an
you
American.
don't.
Totally off topic, but, my grandpa was in the Korean War, right?
Okay.
And I spent literally, I was at work, mind you. I spent literally 40 minutes today looking for any proof that my grandfather was in the Korean War so that my friend would believe me.
Why would somebody not believe that?
Why
though?
Because her grandpa was also in the Korean War. Fun fact, actually, my grandfather was born in November. It's November. I think it's 18th. I can't remember now.
Date.
But it's November 18th, 1930.
Okay.
And my friend's grandfather was born, like November 8th, 1930. Fucking crazy. And they were both in the Korean War.
That's
But
cool.
my grandfather was born in Massachusetts, and her grandfather was born in a place that I don't remember, but it was Massachusetts.
It was not Massachusetts.
I know it was
But
Massachusetts.
anyways, besides the point, so she, like, looked it up, and she's like, oh, here he is right here. And I was like, where the fuck is my grandfather?
It's bullshit.
And it literally took me 40 minutes to find this. I'm on the work computer, might I add.
You're just going full FBI.
I know, I could not find anything. And then I finally pulled my phone, and I'm looking it up, and it comes up with my last name, right? And it's like last name, family tree. And I'm like, don't mind if I fucking do.
Click.
So I scroll, and I'm like, oh my god, here he is. It's
I
did it! The Korean War! Anyways, go ahead.
But no, so he's currently serving us over in Korea. And I was talking to him the one day because I was Snapchatting with him the one day. The three of us were hanging out. We were making fun of his friend with the mullet.
Yeah.
And even he was getting into it. But this will remind you of this night because me and you were hanging out, and I was like, oh, I'm just hanging out with my friend Kate, and he goes, oh, was that the Voldemort chick?
And no, that's me.
I go, no, that's my friend Beth, because the one day she decided to ponytail her hair, because up into a little ponytail.
A little spoof on top of her head.
Bun. Oh no, it was the ponytail.
You don't have enough hair.
Little poof.
I
It was
look like Penelope. No, that's not her name.
From what?
Agnes from
Yes.
Yes,
Agnes.
that kind of thing going on.
poof.
Oh wait, Penelope is also Wreck-It Ralph, but she doesn't have.
No,
the poof.
Vanellope.
Vanellope, it's with a V.
Oh.
It's okay. When I first saw it, I thought it was Penelope
I'm deaf.
too. What?
What? Can you?
She's like, anyways, and I was like, no, that's Beth, and I still
Do
have
it on camera, bro.
I still have the video somewhere of you. You got the poof in your hair. You went full like.
Did I put tape on
You
my
did.
nose?
You want the
put
full tape,
on your nose like this,
and you're like,
and then you had the spout of a watering can. That
Was that what it was?
That you had detached. It was a metal spout to a watering can. You could detach. You go, the boy alive. I'm alive.
You just kept, and I kept sending him videos. So that's what he knows you as. But he knows you as my friend Beth, the Voldemort chick.
I mean, that's fine.
Because
I don't think I ever met Jay.
No, we showed it. We saw him picture because he's a long distance friend. So I've never personally met him. He's one of my TikTok friends. I showed you guys pictures and
we were
videos of
talking
him.
about the other Jay.
No, different Jay.
Other Jay.
Oh! I know who we're talking about. I know who we're talking about.
That
Sorry.
scared me.
Sorry.
Oh!
Sorry. My bad.
That's the one thing I do love about being your friend. I mean, I love being your friend too, Kate.
thank
But
you.
when it comes to Beth, though, you never know what the fuck is gonna come out of her mouth
I thought we were
next.
talking about your ex.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no.
Kansas City got 3. Maybe I will get my $15.
$15. Oh, speaking of
$15.
excuse me, sir. I'm trying to shoot a podcast right now. You need to go.
This happens on a daily basis where
She'll stop whatever she's doing and then snap him. I'm like, we're literally in the middle of something.
It's not a matter of snapping him. It's literally anyone. Even the other day, she was talking to Jack, and I know she was talking to Jack, and she's like sending videos to me. And I'm like, aren't you with Jack right now?
That's how this works.
Yeah.
Because also, you guys can't talk because I know you guys have done it too.
Not really.
Yeah, I have done it.
I know you have,
100%.
and I know you've had because you've done it while me and you are hanging out.
Well, yeah, but like.
I've done it.
But it's just
I
you.
don't do it as often as you do. You do it way more often.
I've definitely done
It's-
it.
I only really-
in a conversation with my sister. She'll be mid sentence, and you'll send me something like.
What I do is I often do it though because I'm like I don't feel like typing this all out, and I have a lot to say.
Yes, we know, honey.
I know. I don't like it. Okay. I don't feel good being judged and attacked right now.
We will judge and attack you all we want because we've been friends for that long.
I'm gonna wait just a second here,
What?
and I'm gonna say, I'm not allowed to judge and attack you, but we just went over my high story.
That's not judging or
That's not
attacking you.
judging
That's
or
just
attacking.
telling the story.
That's just my embarrassing story.
The
one
only
of them.
the only part of that I'm judging is the fact that you went back and took the second half.
After I took my meds too.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're like I also took my meds, and that was not okay.
That's not a good idea.
Oh, going back to that. Though. Hold on, I'm gonna eat my rice.
You're good. There's coasters right on this table.
I like it on here.
Yeah, but it keeps falling.
No, it fell only once.
That is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. I've been sitting here looking at it.
No, anyway.
I swear we're actually friends.
I swear we like each
Speaking
other.
Speaking of getting high, this is completely serious. The aftermath of getting that high, I was fucked up for like 2 months.
Oh yeah, I remember
was
you talking
fucked up.
about
Like
that.
I could not figure out what was real and what was not real, and it literally took me forever. And I was like, I felt like I was high for like 5 days afterwards, and I'm like Googling it, and I'm like, am I still high? Can I still be high? And the internet's like, no, stop Googling, buddy. And
Put
I'm
your
like,
phone down.
When Google
No,
tells you to
seriously.
stop fucking
Seriously.
Googling.
it literally was. It was like this article I was reading, and it was like, yes, you can feel the effects afterwards, and it's called blah, blah, blah. But you need to stop Googling. It'll freak you out more. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop Googling now. But anyways, I was fucked up for a while.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me.
And
about
I don't smoke anymore. Or drink, might I add.
that. Also, the fact that you're like, guys, this is ridiculous. Because I remember when you turned 21, you're like, all I got was alcohol, and I don't even want to drink.
Yeah.
My mom and dad drink it. They were like, can
My
we
mom
drink
and my
this?
dad drink it.
They
Happy
were like,
birthday to us.
They were like, it's just sitting in here. I'll pay for you to get more. I'm like, you can have it. I don't want it.
Take it. Take it out. I don't want it.
Who fucking cares?
Going back to the fact that you never know what's going to come out of Beth's mouth. Whenever we play games,
Oh, God.
it's the best.
Oh, God.
Especially because we just played Incoherent, and we got into an argument
That was
about.
bad. That was bad,
What
dude.
was yours? Because I can think of Kate's. Because you were like,
What I said to you,
I don't remember.
it was like rectal orgasm or something like
Oh
that.
yes.
Rectal orgasm.
No, anal.
Anal.
We're like, what the fuck is
Anal
that? So we were
orgasm.
trying to think of based off the word. What exactly?
I
No,
don't
it was
remember
it was rectal. I remember because
No.
there was an R, wasn't there?
No,
No.
I don't remember what the card
'Cause
actually
what was the actual
though.
card?
it was anal something. I don't remember what though.
Okay.
Because I remember it being anal because I was sitting there like, it's okay, you could do this.
And then I pulled out anal orgasm.
And we're like, what?
What the fuck does that mean?
What the actual fuck? So we literally sat there like, okay, but so is it like when you orgasm, you also shit? Like, what is this? Just
We
based off
spent-
what they said.
We spent way too long talking about
That
that.
and sexual
I still
itching.
personally think that it's when you shit as your
Just a quick apologies over to
I'm
Rich
so
for having
sorry.
to listen.
I'm so sorry, first of all.
You're not even close. You don't know what I had
Oh,
to
that's
listen
tame
to.
for us.
Very
Like,
tame.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's definitely been worse moments than that. Believe me.
very tame for us.
Oh my gosh, it is. It's
Very
We've
tame.
held back.
Oh my gosh, there's certain conversations where like we're not gonna talk about that on the podcast because that gets a little too personal and a little too risque.
There's been a couple pods where I've been like producing with my son, and we get to the end, and we're like, "Well, we'll be editing that out."
That's
You know,
that's gotta be the worst. Though,
Nobody wants to hear that conversation you and I just had. We're gonna cut that, and we'll even like in the middle of it, like, okay, Rich, note to self: edit out the last 14 minutes because I don't know if we'll get canceled for this, but no one will talk to us ever again.
Edit it out from the podcast and my mind. Just get rid of
Delete it
it.
from my mind.
Pretend
as
that's
well.
never happened.
It's not able.
It's not. No.
No.
It's always the worst thing that you remember. You're like,
It's
These are the
it's
reasons
when
I
you
keep-
can't sleep at night.
Yep.
It's like 1 a.m. and
It's
you're
the
like,
conversations
I
where you're
remember
like
that time 6 years ago, 7 days and 21 minutes.
7 years ago. This bitch said something.
And I could have said something different.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the shower one though.
That's
where
when
you're
you're in
like-
the shower.
Where you're just
No,
showering.
that's when
and
I'm
it's like,
trying to sleep.
Oh,
That's
for,
yes.
for me, it's always been in the shower where it's like, where I've actually planned out arguments in the shower. Like,
Yes.
what's,
Okay. So
which is such bullshit because you never know what the other person's gonna say.
in the shower, you plan out the arguments.
Yeah.
It's when you are trying to fall asleep that you think over the arguments in your head and you're like, I could have said something.
Oh
else.
yeah.
That's what that is. When you're in the
That
shower, you
100%.
plan out the arguments. When you're in bed is when you're like, damn, I should have said something else.
But like when that person insulted my mama, I could have said this back. God damn it!
That's when you
I
think
don't know
all
why
the
it's
good
always.
comebacks.
Where did that start with the yo mama jokes? Like, why was somebody like, yes, fuck your mama. We don't give a crap about anyone's mama, and it's like,
I definitely
that
don't
wrong?
remember, but it's like a canon event for every single child.
that somebody's like the yo mama jokes were so big
Yeah.
like in our elementary school,
No,
and it's
they're
like, why?
They're still big. Like my
Are they?
neighbor's kids, like they'll still be like, "Yo, mama so fat, she's sitting on
She's
a bench and
fat."
it's broken."
Your mama's so fat, she's fat.
Your mama so bad
Just
she needs to
that.
go to the doctor and get her heart checked because I'm genuinely concerned. And you're just like,
Genuinely concerned for her cardiac health. Yes.
Cardiac health is a little interesting.
Another thing from ESPN?
just checking.
Notifications.
She's like, I got to know if I made that money.
I did not.
Oh no.
Oh, they get the ball to start second half.
I am just so annoyed with across my TikTok feed. I can't believe Taylor Swift is ruining football. And I'm like, let me put it this way. If you owned a private business that Taylor Swift frequented, would you not capitalize on that?
Yeah.
They have more people watching football. Like, you're lying if you say you would not capitalize on that. But like my dad's like, I don't mind Taylor, but like I'm so sick of seeing her every other shot. I'm like,
You know, she gets sick of it too.
oh, I bet.
Oh yeah, she's so tired of it.
I'm pretty sure she came out with a statement, and she was like, I don't like it as much as you guys don't like it.
Yeah.
Something like that. Or maybe I'm just making shit up. You never know.
You could
Um,
I
You never know
I
if you're
wouldn't be
bullshitting or
surprised.
not. It's fine.
but anyways, no Tay-Tay haters here.
No, Tay haters here.
If you're a Tay-Tay hater, get the fuck out. Tay-Tay hater. She's a Tay-Tay hater.
You're just
I don't hate her. I don't like her music.
So you like her as a person?
You know why she doesn't like it, Beth? It's because she got her start in country, and Kate hates country music.
Ah, yes, I remember this. She also
Listen,
doesn't
I
like
grew up
Taylor
on
Swift.
80s metal, okay?
And I grew up
Yeah,
on
but-
country, so
yeah, but you
don't have to
also-
shit on it every time you hop into Teresa.
You also don't like, breakup songs. I feel like.
Yeah, I don't.
You're like a heavy metal bitch.
I
Like,
do. Death and war and blood and guts.
yes,
that's
dead ass.
that's
fucking
up my alley.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Speaking of cars, because you just brought up Teresa,
Okay.
I'm gonna bring
Yes,
up
that's my
Butchie.
car.
Now,
Is
Oh,
that
that's
your
your
car's,
car's
that's your car's
Yes,
name?
that-
You finally picked a name?
I have had it picked since I got him.
You never
No,
told us.
We asked you, said, what are you going to call your car? And you're like, I don't know
His
yet.
name is Butchie.
I
Anyways,
love that.
Isn't it great? Everybody at work knows which car is mine because it's like sticks out like a sore thumb.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Whenever I go there, Dad's like, is Beth working? I'm like, hold on.
Let me see if I can see her car.
But
If
so
that blue, it helps.
what'd you say?
The blue, it helps.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Spot it.
Yeah, the blue helps for sure.
Very blue.
Very,
Anyways,
very brave blue.
but so we have a 1-car driveway, you
Right.
know, and we have 4 cars. So someone has to park in the
4?
garage.
Did your sister get a car?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's had one. I gave her my old one when I got the
Oh.
Shitbox Betty?
No,
She got Shitbox
no,
Betty?
no, Shitbox Betty was given to someone else who actually, somebody hit Shitbox Betty.
Oh.
Shitbox
Rest
Betty
in
is
peace,
dead.
Shitbox
Yeah,
Betty.
Shitbox
Rest in
Betty's
peace,
dead.
Shitbox Betty.
Shitbox Betty is dead.
Rest in peace, Shitbox Betty.
Shitbox Betty had to come in, though. That car was falling apart.
I know.
She had it coming.
But anyways, so everybody knows what. Okay, wait, I was talking about the driveway
yes.
situation. So somebody has to park in the garage. Someone has to park like in the front of the garage. So like 1 here, and then 2 have to sit at the end.
Right.
Mhm.
So obviously the 2 at the end are in the dirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're
Now
usually
because-
in the dirt.
Because I work early most mornings, my car is usually in the dirt. And every fucking person at work, they're all, Beth, your car is so dirty, you need to go wash it. That's a disgrace. And I'm like, bro, you wash my car. And then,
If
and
it bugs
then
you that much,
watch,
you do it.
and then watch, I'll come in the next day and it'll be dirty again because I gotta park in the mud.
I personally, I'd be like, it'd be dirty again just to spite you. Because you have a problem with
It's
it.
not like I want it to be dirty. I
no.
want to clean it. I was gonna clean it the other day when it was warmer, but I was like, what's the point? It's just gonna go back in the
Yeah.
mud.
I just never understood that when people. That's the one thing that infuriates me about people is it's like, has nothing to do with me, but I'm pissed about it.
Yes,
And it was like,
that's
just to calm down.
the
You're up
one-
here.
I need you down here.
I
That's-
need you all the way down
need you
here,
all the way
away from me.
that's seriously, it's the one thing that annoys the shit out of me about my car. That's the only thing that annoys me.
Because everyone's got something to say about
Yes,
it.
exactly.
And I feel like especially because you have a nicer car, so I feel like, and it's because like it's a nicer sports car.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you probably have like a lot of guys coming up to you.
They
being-
do. They bother
They're
me.
like, oh, you're a girl who has that car, and you're like,
No, it's not like that, but they
Oh,
ask
okay,
me.
'cause that
They
would-
ask me a lot of questions about it, and I'm like, please leave me alone.
that's what I love. People ask me questions about my car. I'm like, it's silver. What kind is it? Silver.
Well, actually, there was one girl. Like her. There's a girl at work, and her brother's like a car guy.
Oh, okay.
And my mom had posted on Facebook when I got it because she's all, oh, I'm so excited, I'm so happy for you. But anyways, so she posted it on Facebook, and she's one of my friends, so obviously she saw it because she tagged me in it. And she come up to me and she goes, is it a GT? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, there's no GT badge on it or anything. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's California special, like, it's...
Doesn't have that.
Yeah. And then she asked me if it was, like, a 5.0. I'm like, yeah, it's a 5.0. And she's like, but there's no badge, you know, like,
Right.
it's on the engine.
Ah, yes.
That's what it says on the engine, I'm gonna assume.
Car thing.
I'm like, this is the exact face I make when Dad is talking sports. I'm like, oh.
You know what, I'm just gonna bring him in here.
No, that's fine. Because I'm the one to rant about the things I love over and over, even if the people are like, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. So that's why I'm just like, you can rant at me all you want. I'm not gonna understand what you're saying, but if you need somebody to rant at, go right ahead, because I know
Anybody
I do
out there?
the same fucking thing.
Anybody out there
It'll
knows
go
about cars?
in one ear and out the other.
If anybody out there knows about cars, please feel free to leave a comment. I will happily talk cars. Also,
I told you you should learn how to be a mechanic.
you're right. I probably should. I talked to my mom about that the other day. She was like, well, you could still go to school. And I'm like, but school.
But ew.
Ew.
Like, oh my gosh. I'm so happy we're out of high school, though. I can't... like, looking back at it, I was like, that was miserable.
It really was. When I was talking about my high school experience the other day with one of my friends, and we were like talking. She was talking about hers, and I was talking about mine. And I was like, as I was talking about my high school experience, I'm like, wow, I didn't realize how terrible it
How
actually
fucking
was.
shitty it was. Oh, that's always so funny too. Because I talk to people like, oh my gosh, I loved high school. Like, I miss it. And I'm like, you had a good high school experience.
Right?
Tell me about that.
My high school experience was fucked up, dude. It was so fucked up. Especially.
Yeah, right.
You're
My freshman year. It was so fucked up. That's for another day, but it was so fucked up, dude.
Concerning.
That, oddly enough, my freshman year wasn't that bad.
You weren't even in school.
That was the year I was in school.
Yeah, I was gonna say freshman
That
year
was the year
Kate
I was a majority in school.
So remember how we were gonna talk about how we met, and then you guys only talked about how you guys
I
met?
talked about how me
Talk
and
about
you
how
met.
Oh, I don't remember.
Me and you met because Kay was like, "Hey, this is my friend Beth, and she's gonna stay with us." And I was like, "She seems judgy."
Oh,
and
yes,
quiet,"
yes,
which
I remember
You
this, I
are
remember
judgy,
this.
but we've
Okay,
learned
but-
that the Beth stamp of approval is important.
But
Looking
let's
at you,
talk
Kay.
about this real quick.
Yes.
Kate and I hated each other. My
Oh,
bad.
hate each other.
We did not like each other.
Well, you guys have known each other since
Elementary school.
Elementary school. I
We
did
know
not.
of each other.
I was gonna go for
no,
a grade
I think we had like gym class together, and I fucking hated you.
I hated you.
Okay, but can we
You were
talk about
such a bitch.
how elementary gym class is way better?
Okay, yes, but also
Tell your
rated
story and then
so
we'll
much
talk about
harder.
it.
No, wait, hold on. I have something to say. One gym class, they made us run the whole time. They were like, you need to
bullshit.
run for 3 minutes.
Listen though, kids have so much energy. I get it.
I couldn't. I had no fucking lung capacity.
Fair, but like as doing the after school thing, we'd always have a time where the kids would go off to the gym, and I'm like, just leave me alone
go.
and burn off that energy, because like that's the thing that pissed me off too. Is like, you don't need it. You don't need that energy.
I do.
I could use it, please.
I need the energy. I
Anyways,
have
you were
none.
talking about you.
Oh
and,
yeah, so
you had, like,
Kate
a
and
gym
I-
class.
Kate and I fucking hated each other.
like this.
Elementary
bitch.
school.
All the way up into high school. It wasn't until like junior year.
I don't think I really saw you in middle school, so I didn't really think about you.
Yeah, I
But,
think we were all in
remember,
different
I remember the
classes.
first time I talked to you again in high school. I think you said something to me, and I was like, "This girl is fucking annoying." And then I think,
When you were right.
And then
You're not annoying. I love you. I love you all.
and
love
then
you too.
and then
Bitch.
I think Kacie had a birthday party. I think it was her sweet 16, right?
Yeah, probably.
And you were there, and I was like, "This fucking girl, she's so annoying and loud."
Which
is
again,
you're
not wrong.
Which is ironic because I am extremely fucking loud.
You're louder than I am at points.
But so I was like, wow, she's really fucking loud. And then I don't remember how it happened, but we were talking in a group chat with like me, you,
It was the group chat
Kacie.
of all of the
Our high school
all
friends.
of our friends
all
at the time.
the whole group.
And we were
which we
talking
talk
about
to none of them anymore.
somehow dating came up. I don't remember what it was, but you and I were
Yeah, I
like
remember.
you and I were like joking about it. We're like, we'll just go on a date. And we actually did. We went
We
on
actually
a date.
did.
Yes,
went on
I
a
remember.
We went on a date to a soccer complex.
It was a park.
Because it had like a big
Track.
around,
It was a track.
big
Yeah.
track. Yes,
A big around.
Yeah,
A big around.
a big track, and we were there for what, like 2 hours or something.
2 or 3 hours. Yeah.
I still
And
remember
then,
you guys telling me the story after.
And then her mom was coming to pick her up.
Yeah.
I think I was driving. At the
You
time.
were, because you had the red
Oh, the Oldsmobile. May she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace.
But so we had our date, and we were there for like 3 hours, I think.
Yeah.
We were talking about literally everything, like
Everything.
between marriage, children, animals.
Because there wasn't a
Siblings.
lot of queer kids in our school, at least.
No,
not
there
Al.
were not very many.
So then at the end,
Except for Elle, who was like, I am not gay. And we're like, honey,
Elle.
yes. He was in the play I did senior year.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll tell you later.
Okay.
Think about a kid that was in our grade who was so clearly gay, but got mad when people told him he was gay.
Don't remember.
Oh my good lord!
I'm sure you'll say it later, and I'll be like,
Oh, that bitch!
But anyway, so we went on a date, and her mom had texted her or something, and she was like, I'm on my way. And so we ended up sitting there. I think it was by
Under
like
a
the
tree.
basketball court.
It was under the tree.
Oh,
by
was
the
it under a
basketball.
tree?
It was under a tree.
Anyways, and at the end of the day, I'm like, so I don't really like you.
I was like, yeah, no. We'll be
that way.
friends, but like I don't like you like that.
we could be really good friends, but I don't really like you that way. And then for like a fat second, like I thought that you had the fattest crush on me still.
And you're still convinced I did, which I did not.
I still think she did.
Can we talk about the fact that every year, though, in our group chat, Kate's like, oh my gosh, we've
Non-anniversary.
decided we're not. Yeah, it's non-anniversary. That's the word.
Yep. Every year I
What?
text you. I believe it's July 25th.
Is it July 25th?
I believe so.
She's got it in her
Except
camera
for
somewhere.
we literally never celebrated it.
That's it. You guys just text each other like,
One
hey.
year we did. I
Did
think
we?
I think it was the first anniversary where we went out for like lunch or something.
I'm sorry.
Like
You
every other
said
non-anniversary
you
we
said
did.
not anniversary, right?
Non-anniversary.
not-
I
anniversary.
thought you said thought anniversary.
Yes, the anniversary of being a thought. Yeah, no.
Okay, how about the fact that sometimes my sister calls me a whore, and I have to say, I can't be a whore if I can't get bitches. And then she's like,
I ain't got no bitches.
and then
I
she'll
ain't
be
got
like,
no bitches.
No, and then she'll be like, you're still a whore. And I'm like, I just said
I can't
be a
pull.
whore if I don't get bitches.
In the official definition of whore, there is not a picture of me next to it because I have no bitches.
I have no bitches.
I'm in the picture next to no bitches. That is
I am in the picture with a picket.
a picket?
A
A pitchfork? Like the old painting with the farmers?
Yeah, it's a pitchfork.
What does that have to do with not having any bitches?
I don't know.
Why did you say that? It has something to do with not having bitches.
Are you implying that farmer has no bitches because he has the farm?
He has the
chick
wife.
next
I
to
am
him.
completely honest. I don't know what I was talking about there. I'm a little confused with myself.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking I got no bitches, but I got this
Are you
pitchfork.
talking about that picture with the farmer, with the
Yes.
woman, with the thing?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was
You
thinking.
know what I found out recently? I always thought that was his wife, but it's his daughter.
She looks like his
This whole time we
She
thought they was
just-
fucking.
We all thought that was no, and then I saw the whole thing. It's like, nope, that's his
Actually, you
daughter.
know what?
That's
This is
fucked
gonna
up.
come off wrong, but in that time they still might have.
They
been
still might have.
fucking.
I don't know. Like maybe I think they were just all old looking back then. Like
Yeah,
you were
fair.
12 and you looked like you were 40.
Well, that's because they weren't being
But
married
I
off at 12.
again, we're sticking with the educational concept of the show that people learn something. from it.
Yes.
I don't know.
you
There's
must
a
learn
name for
something.
that, American Gothic or something like that.
I think that was
think so.
American Gothic, yeah. We should get at least 2 fun educational facts to share
I think
every
we've done it.
episode
I think
to
we've
keep
done
our
it.
educational status.
We've done it in this.
We've
first
done
episode.
it in this first episode.
Yes.
But every other episode, we need 2 fun facts to keep our educational status.
Educational.
What's that? Okay,
Let's
but
talk
back
about-
to this.
Let's talk about sex ed today.
We're not talking about sexual education.
So a man has.
Actually,
I'm just going to interject. You're at 90 minutes.
Okay.
You should wrap it up soon.
they don't teach that grade of sex ed at least for
Not
us.
in our school, no.
At least for us in high school, which is upsetting.
Fair. Like, they didn't teach us anything.
No.
They're like, here's how you don't do drugs and work out, and that's it. That's all you need to know.
Wear a
And then-
condom, guys.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then-
that
and
was
then they
it.
threw
That
condoms
was
at
it.
us. There was also no queer sex ed.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I just said.
Oh, okay. I thought you in general either. There was no general one either.
Well,
It
they
was
got
like,
the
this is an
banana.
STD, don't get one.
Yeah, this is what this is. Don't touch it.
Chlamydia.
And on that note,
Anyway,
I think,
Chlamydia.
I think on the note of chlamydia, I think that's a great way to stop.
On the note of
That's a great place to
chlamydia.
end this.
It's a great place to end
my
this first
lovely
episode.
Good lord.
Um,
I'm sorry. Just.
Anyways, thanks for watching or listening.
Yes, I had something.
And
I
thank
don't know
you
where
to-
it went.
Rich.
Thank you to
for
Rich.
dealing with
Yay.
No problem.
us. Rich is not
Welcome to the studio, and it was a lot of fun, and I think I can't wait to see what you guys talk about next time.
I am so excited.
You
and
never know.
I was gonna say,
Never know
you
what'll
never
come
know
out
what's
of
gonna
our mouth.
happen.
You may never know. You may not know.
We probably don't.
Nobody knows.
Nobody
It's a
knows.
big thanks because this would not be possible
Yeah.
because we know nothing about tech. So Rich is the one who
Yeah.
presses all the buttons. He runs the studio, and there are several other awesome podcasts that are shot here at Emerge. So definitely go check them out. Like I said, our friend Jack we were talking about, he does big Star Wars one.
Yes, thank you to him too for telling us about
For
this
helping
place.
me set up
We have
intro.
we have podcasts about everything.
I was gonna say, lots of sports.
Lots of sport ones because that's a big thing. We have a couple different fandom ones. Again, my wife is excited because she feels that there should be more women voices in podcasting. So I'm glad you're here because we have another set of women, and we do a couple got a couple businessy ones. We got some Bitcoin guys, and it's fun. Like it's fun to for me to sit here, to be honest, and listen to all these different things. And a lot of them I probably wouldn't hear people talk about. So it's fun for me. Hopefully the audience that's following along can that will say, oh, this is just something different, and then opposed to the same old stuff.
I feel like everything that comes out of our mouths is something different than you'll ever hear anywhere else.
Honestly.
So thank you guys for joining, and we have had so much fun. And
We are the Trash Buddies.
yes,
With a D. With a Z.
With a Z.
With a Z, my
Because
ass.
that was very important to Beth.
The Z.
The Z was very important.
I did not put a Z on that. Kacie put a Z on that.
were trying
but
to
I
find
thought
a
the
different
Z was
thing.
Fantastic. A Z.
until next
I
time.
just put an O and I said